Is it in the terms and conditions that I can't exercise my First Amendment right to freedom of speech, even if it's speech you find disagreeable, simply because it's through my doorbell? Because I'll tell you, I won't lob racism at people, but if you're from Spectrum and you're knocking on my door, I am not going to be kind to you. You are listening to The Soapbox. I'm Paul.
And I'm Eric.
This all started out with a list. What's that all about?
So I've compiled a list over the years of things that just bother me, things that grind my gears. And I shared that list with you.
And I thought, you know what? That would make interesting conversation. Sometimes I'm going to want to agree with you, and it's just going to be something we talk about. Other times, though, I'm going to want to steel man the opposite position because I think that's just interesting conversation.
Yeah, and keep in mind, I'm always right, but Paul's just a really good debater.
Hey. Hey, girl.
Hey.
Did I ever tell you about this?
No.
Okay. I used to work with this guy at Best Buy. His name is Terry Lipscomb. Still friends with Terry. Great guy. Terry is this big African-American man with this deep booming voice. And he said to me one day, as he was training me to work in the digital imaging department at Best Buy, where I should have been learning about cameras and camcorders and selling performance service plans. He said, "Hey, Paul, listen. You want to know the best pickup line in the world?"
Oh, boy.
And I said, "Sure, Terry. You know, I don't have the Riz," which I didn't say in 2005, but
Right. We didn't know about it yet.
you know, I said something to that effect. "Oh yeah, sure, Terry. You know, teach me your ways." He said, "What you do is you go up to a girl and you say, 'Hey, girl, let me buy you a fish sandwich.'" And I'm like, "What?" You're gonna have to unpack that one for me, Terry, because it's not obvious. And he said, "No, it's good because one, you establish you like them with the 'Hey, girl,' and then you make them laugh with the 'Let me buy you a fish sandwich.' And if they say yes, then your first date's not very expensive because fish sandwiches are cheap."
Yep.
I was like, "Terry, teach me your ways." You were a genius, dude.
I feel like the conference we were at recently, there was a survivor from that horrific Carrollton bus crash, and he had a story about fish sandwich that he got from McDonald's, like when he was in the hospital, and he had like never had a fish sandwich before, but there was something about they brought him one and it was delicious, and now I think he gets free fish sandwiches from a certain McDonald's or something like that.
That's fantastic. Yeah. So for him, it's even better because that's a free first date.
Right. Well, he had to survive a bus crash though.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
devil's in the details.
That's right.
All right. We're going in cold.
You are.
I'm going in cold. Eric's got the list.
Yep.
Now, if you listen to the intro of this show, you know there's a list. And as of late, we've departed from the list a little bit, but every once in a while, we like to return to our roots.
Kick it old school.
Because I'm an old fool. That's so cool.
All right. I feel like there's a lot of plagiarism going on in the shorts world, and you know the reels and the shorts and all this stuff, where people are like, I mean, it's like
Like Subway takes and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to steal another Subway Takes one because I saw it. It was, we're in Kentucky, so I figured it's a good one. But I saw a Subway Take where a guy is basically trying to convince the host that Colonel Sanders is Japanese.
I saw that one.
Did you see that?
Oh, okay. And actually, there's something to be said for that.
Yeah.
Not just, well, one, look at him.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right? That was part of the evidence.
Yep.
The guy doing the presentation brought out a portfolio.
Yeah. He had notes.
He had this old school press letter label making label on the front, so it looked like an old 1950s dossier.
Yeah.
And like that's like
Yeah.
slow clap for the preparation on that one.
This guy came prepared.
I feel like he and our buddy Smiley probably come from the same school of podcast appearances.
Yeah.
You show up with your carrot top bag of jokes.
Yep.
But yeah, he had
Smiley.
had some. Love you, buddy.
You will rue the day.
Whatever. Get back on our show, dude. Yeah, he had pictures, and in like the pictures, the Colonel does have some Asian-looking eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. But then Japan loves fried chicken.
Uh-huh.
And this is something I didn't know about Japan until my good friend Travis Pierce. He spent 6-7 years, somewhere like that, in Japan teaching English through the JET program.
Okay, yeah, I remember you talking about this.
And he told us that KFC has convinced the nation of Japan that it is a sacred tradition for Americans to get their Christmas chicken. And if you don't order your Christmas chicken, you can't have an authentic American Christmas.
Huh.
So they take pre-orders for these things,
Yeah.
and they are selling out like honey baked hams.
I mean, KFC's generally, it is surprisingly popular worldwide, but you're right. Popular in Japan, herbs and spices.
That's right.
That was a good
It's
bit.
like, yeah,
It's
white
like,
people don't use herbs and spices.
No.
There's no way that he found 11 of them, and we have salt and pepper.
right. So there's that, and then there's honestly, again, look at his photo. There's a little Mr. Miyagi thing going on there, I think.
Yeah, which may also just be like the fat rolls are kind of pushing his eyes up from all that fryer grease.
Maybe. Yeah.
Now, I'll add a layer here that wasn't on Subway Takes. Have you heard that the Colonel was an awful man?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he would yell at his employees. He would engage in questionable business practices. There was one time where they had spilled a tub of gravy, I think. Didn't have time to remake it. So he made his employees scoop the gravy off the floor, put it back into the pot, and then served that gravy.
Ooh.
And currently, if you look online, this is also just Colonel trivia because I'm actually a Kentucky Colonel. Did you know that?
Yeah, a Kentucky Colonel. Okay.
I am a Kentucky Colonel. The Colonel's house and many of the artifacts from his upbringing are currently for sale in Corbin, Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Yeah.
KFC, Kentucky's probably third best chicken.
Yeah. Isn't it Tennessee Fried Chicken now? I mean, technically, didn't they move headquarters?
Texas.
What did I say? Tennessee?
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah, they're in Texas
yeah.
now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I would say if you wanted to rank the best chicken in Kentucky, I don't know if you've got strong opinions on this.
I actually didn't we? I think we did this on the podcast. No, we did over lunch. I gotta go Cane's, man. I love Cane's.
Cane's it's okay.
Oh.
Cane's is okay. Cane's does one thing exceptionally well, and that's chicken fingers with the sauce.
Yep.
But not a lot of variety at the Cane's.
Oh yeah. A lot of people say, oh, it's only good because you dip it in the sauce. And I was like, man, I like the sauce, but I use the sauce for the fries. And chicken, it's so juicy. It's just they got something.
Let's go down that rabbit trail because I've got a whole Cane's method.
Oh.
You got to go with the Caniac, right?
Okay.
Got to get the Caniac combo. No slaw, extra toast. This is the only way to order it. If you eat the coleslaw, you're a psychopath.
I like the coleslaw.
Samson Simpson, I stick by my story.
I deny the toast and I get extra sauce.
Do you go no toast?
I don't know. Toast is just carbs.
I know, and if you look at the two of us, body built by carbs over here right now. So I go extra toast, and then I take 2 fingers, I put it on the toast, and I get hot sauce. And I'll hit it with the hot sauce on one side, the cane sauce on the other side, and I make a little chicken Sammy.
Okay.
Yeah. Hashtag fat hacks. Hashtag need to be sponsored by GLP-1s.
I'm Team Cane's though. It's good.
Okay, I can get down with some Cane's, but I can't call it Kentucky's best chicken.
Okay.
I would say number 1, even though I'm a little prejudiced now for personal reasons, Critchfield's.
Yeah.
Critchfield's chicken, which used to be the
hang on, don't say it.
Safeway?
Save-A-Lot?
Save-A-Lot, not Safeway. Save-A-Lot chicken.
Which used to be.
Which actually used to be
Sloan's
Market chicken. But everybody seems to have forgotten Sloan's Market.
Yeah.
They all just call it Save-A-Lot chicken.
Yep. But yeah, Sloan's had the big pressure cooker.
They did.
And then Save-A-Lot bought it, and they took over the pressure cooker.
Yeah, and because of former family ties, I am aware of the secret. I'm not giving it away, though.
Can't do that.
Yeah, because
unless you subscribe to our premium service by becoming a patron.
Nope. On pain of death, I've got to keep that secret.
Okay.
Otherwise, I will be blackballed.
I got a hot take for you. Then we loved Save-A-Lot fried chicken. That's always grab some on the way home right there in Southland. Good. And then when Critchfield took over, we're like, well, shoot, I mean, they know meat, so it's going to be even better. And we got it several times, and finally someone said the thing out loud, and we're like,
it's not as good.
It's not as good. And I hate to say that I'm gonna lose it for this one. Publix has better fried chicken.
Really?
Yeah. Publix is great.
Okay.
And that's right by the house, so that's just
All right. Well, the other one I was going to introduce, and I think this may be just a moment in time for me. This may not even be true. But if you go downtown to the numbered streets where you're starting to check whether your car doors are locked or not.
Are we saying Indies?
Indies.
Indies, yeah.
If you get some Indies,
Mm-hmm.
nothing tastes better after a couple of Mad Dog 40s
yeah,
than some Indies chicken.
Indies chicken. That,
Now, granted,
yeah.
at that point in time, I think probably dry ramen noodles would have tasted
Well,
good too,
sure.
but, you know.
And they're
Also
more
a favorite of mine.
more wings, right? Do
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a fried chicken place. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like fried wings though too. My brother messaged me at see if I got a sec for a call. Should we put it in the board?
No, he already got to be on the show. Sorry, Sean.
He did. Okay, that one kind of was a double, so that's good. We talked about this briefly, but badge overload,
Oh yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
mean, I feel like we're getting to the point where if you've got 1,000 little badge red things on your iOS device, it needs to just say, you don't care about badges anymore, do you? And then just like show infinity or something.
It stops being functional. We work with somebody, and I'm not going to say who, but this individual never checks their email. Trying to not use
Okay. Pronouns.
so I don't give it away here. But I was at their computer, and it was like 40,000. And at that point, it may as
Yeah.
well say infinity.
Yeah, no, really.
Give up hope. All is lost.
I think.
Because in Outlook, my behavior is that I leave something unchecked as a nag
Yeah.
for future
Gotta
me
do
to
something.
go do
Yeah.
something with it. This person does not. This person, if you emailed them, they'll probably not check it because they feel overwhelmed and busy. And then later they'll ask you to email the same thing again because they are lost in their own inbox
Yeah.
and don't know how to use search. And that's just dumb. But badge overload,
Yeah.
that extends beyond the inbox.
Yeah.
That goes to other apps
Text
too.
messages. And
Just real quick test.
yeah.
How many badges have you got at the moment?
I got 12 on text, but I have a couple to-dos. I'm leaving them there. I've got 10 on play metrics, but I need
Do you
to.
feel like putting it up to the screen there?
Okay.
So
I'm scared.
I've got YouTube badges. I've got some reminders. My reminders are fair because it's like take the trash cans back this afternoon because the trash pickup was this morning.
Yep.
And change the air filter, which I can't do because I bummed my knee up at Hockey Wednesday and I
right.
can't crawl into my attic at the
Yep.
moment. But then the second page, this is where it gets bad. Because this is the Island of Misfit Toys. These are the apps that I rarely
Yeah.
need, but I just like to have. So if I go into my badges, it's like, okay, well, Dropbox,
Yeah.
I've got a badge there. That's probably somebody
some
sent a
shared
file,
folder, yeah.
share.
Yep.
Chat GPT, I've
Yeah.
got a badge there because it just finished doing like a coding coding session with me. eBay,
Yeah.
just letting me know that something I sold on eBay has shipped and arrived. But
Okay.
a lot of these notifications come up at the top of my screen.
Yeah.
I'll check it and then I dismiss it, but the
Yeah,
badge doesn't go
It
away.
doesn't. Yeah.
And maybe that's part of the problem. Those notification types need to be tied together. So if I've checked it, the badge should go away.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of these are just they're fighting for you to open the app. They want you to open eBay wants you to open the thing. You know, there's
Because when I check my sales, I may want
See
to
an
go
ad.
ahead and pull the trigger on
Yep.
that new Hello Kitty plush I've been eyeing.
all right. Here's a fun one. I think. I still steal these ideas from other content because it's sharing is caring, right?
R&D,
Yeah, R&D.
rip off and duplicate.
Which you just R&D'd from
Somebody else.
somebody else.
That's not
at
my
the
joke.
cabinet. So, what is an extra large drink?
Drink.
Extra large.
What constitutes the extra large?
What are we talking here?
Yeah.
An extra large drink is
It's a liter of cola, Favre.
I want to see that. I can't wait to see that movie. The new one. But an extra large is.
I would assume an extra large would be 24 ounces. Is that
Okay. What about compared to the other sizes?
It would be larger than a large,
Okay.
smaller than a
I'm not even going to go
trendy.
there.
I don't know.
But we just need extra large as our top.
Okay,
You're saying it's bigger than large.
bigger than large.
Yeah. What is extra small?
Kid size,
Okay. How would you compare it to small?
smaller than small.
It's not bigger than small? We
So-
just said the X made something bigger.
No, you're saying the X makes it bigger. I'm saying the X amplifies the
Size of something?
the size. So if you have extra medium, it's got to be the most average, right?
Actually, my next question is going to be extra medium. But you're saying the X amplifies something.
X
So if it's
amplifies
small,
something. So if your presentation of containers would range from small to large, then if you've got a smaller small, it would have to be additional to small, right?
Okay.
So extra is the additional to, or another layer on a scale that is measuring smallness. And then you go to the other end of the slide, and if you have sort of like infrared light, right?
Ultraviolet.
Or, ultraviolet.
Okay.
Is it violet? No, it's ultraviolet. And then you have to go below that scale, and then it's X-ray. That's where
So-
you get the X extra.
So what's extra medium?
Extra medium. It would be like regular medium, but it's just a little extra. Okay, let me tell you, I'm just extra. You're so basic, you don't even know.
So which direction?
It's smack dab in the middle. So extra medium would have to be like the perfect pour of a medium.
So, but
The right Brinks ratio, the right amount of ice.
Okay.
It's got to be the most average.
you're stalling your here, but no, mediums here is extra smaller than it, larger than it.
So I think medium is sort of invented in this scale too, because you'd have small, regular, large, right? Regular would be one portion. I think you'd have to. This would be different for pant sizes than it would be for drinks, right?
Right.
Because a drink, you've got to look at a can or something like that. Serving size is at 8 ounces, is at 16 ounces, and then anything extra is going to be moving the needle on either side of that equation.
I feel like you're sidestepping the question here, but yeah. So where are you putting extra medium? If you were to draw a line and medium's right in the middle.
In actual reality, I would say extra medium can't exist because you can't have anything in excess, plus or minus a medium, is deviating from the purpose of medium. What medium is a single serving.
He's circling around the answer. He just isn't saying it.
I don't think there is an extra. Medium.
There is extra medium equals medium. They're the same.
Okay.
So extra small is smaller than small.
I feel like extra medium is going to be something that like a baby boomer with a mustache that thinks they're funny is going to say after they've said working hard or hardly working.
That could be.
Let me get an extra medium cola. Black coffee, am I right? I don't want to get a macchiato. What even is that?
So, okay, the purpose of this, I think, is someone basically busted out the math on it and basically said if something is large, it's bigger than 1. And then if it's extra large, you multiply it by a factor. That factor makes it more, right? So it becomes a number.
But we don't have like a 2x in cola, right? If you get a large, you can get an extra large. But have you seen anything larger than extra large?
Well, no, but can I finish my point?
Sure.
No, I think you would find this interesting. So if you think of the spirit of it, you think of medium as 1,
Yes.
and then large is something larger than 1, and then if you add extra to it, you're multiplying it by a number, and that makes it bigger. If something is less than 1, it's a decimal. Call it 0.8, whatever. This is all generic. If you multiply that by a factor, by another number, the same number you use to multiply large by, what happens to 0.8?
Gets smaller.
It's smaller, right? You're multiplying that something
look
less than
at
1.
you representing this with the math, you big
No,
nerd.
well, and I think the neat thing about it is now you actually have a proof for the name. So yes, extra large is just multiplying the large size by something. Extra small is multiplying the small by something.
yeah.
Extra medium is multiplying 1 by
itself.
1, and you get the same number. I think it's a neat kind of way of saying.
I need you to come up with a equation and then represent this graphically so we can overlay it
Right.
right
We have
here.
it right there. We can do. Anyway, okay. That one, it's supposed to sound trivial but get nerdy. And
Yeah, that one was a
it.
little extra.
All right, let me hit you with this one right here because I think you'll love this. There's a video, and I can't imagine this was real. I feel like it was set up, but maybe it was. If it was real, just I love it. There was a little kid listening to like, Dad, you got to hear this song, and he plays it, and it's a nice little parody of a song, and she goes, "Yeah, this is AI created. Like AI went in and found a song, a normal song that you know of, and created a parody of it." And she's like, "Yeah, it's weird AI."
That's perfect.
And seriously, I have no idea if that was genuine. Actually, it sure looked like it. But
That's a perfect riff off of the joke you were making on an AI episode where you were talking about your friend Al.
oh right, yes. Wait, wasn't that in a PowerPoint?
Was it?
It was your presentation. I was like introducing you guys,
Oh, that's right.
and the
this
tie and
was at a
slide.
conference.
Yeah,
I confused
Yeah.
doing a conference with you and doing a episode.
yeah. I led you into conversation on AI, and had
and gave an introduction
right,
on what I was going to be speaking on.
right, and it was
AASHTO Safety Summit.
maybe probably, and then there was a picture of Al from Quantum Leap, like,
Who
"Jay."
was an AI
He was
slash
AI,
turns out he was an
right.
angel at the last episode.
Yeah. So there you go. Okay. Gotta keep hitting you. Then the next one, this one's bizarre.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
What is happening with? Have you seen this? Where hotels are now offering hourly services. I mean, like legitimately, not like
Not like the crappy
motel
motel with the
pay by the hour, right? But like actual hotels are like, hey, you stay at the Marriott for a couple hours, just kind of recharge your batteries and relax. And
Is this aimed at like business travelers?
I think so, but
Oh, you know what? I bet the market is on this.
huh?
I bet the market is tired moms who just want to get away for a little bit. And they're like, I need to rest. My house is no longer a sanctuary. If I could just get 4 hours of uninterrupted sleep, I may or may not be able to avoid infanticide.
I'm confident that it's just an excuse for people to go cheat on their spouses. I mean,
Well, probably. I'm trying to look at it optimistically. I'm
So-
trying to take the how do we pitch this at the corpo
Right.
board meeting,
and this is
knowing full and well it's something else.
this is much like I remember there used to be a store not far from here where you could go in and you could buy wrapping papers for wrapping your own cigarettes, postal scales to where you
Or-
can mail letters,
Measuring your mail,
measuring your mail, and then it would sell
glass pipes for tobacco,
right? And just it was
incense for covering up the smell of
yep.
your tobacco. Wait,
Just a collection of. We all know what you're using this for.
there's a place in Lexington. It's a whole business, and it's one of their taglines is it's a place to buy stuff to do things that
Yeah.
you like.
Yeah.
And it's
And
like it's basically a head shop, and
Yeah.
they're all but saying it.
And I'm not bagging on them. No judgment. Any judgment for me, but it's just kind of like, why do we have to
Speak in code.
yeah, why can we just be like,
This is interesting. There's a town in West Virginia, Wheeling, West Virginia, that I went to, and they had this weird local cultural phenomenon where gambling became legalized, but nobody wanted to be seen going into a casino.
oh,
And so the way that local businesses sidestepped that was they would offer a service like
chauffeur?
bakery
Oh.
and more.
Oh.
And you'd go in and it was a bakery and it had slot machines and a roulette table or whatever.
Okay.
And so that became so synonymous with the behavior that as time progressed and it normalized within culture, a lot of the gambling casino type visuals and marketing mechanisms started to trickle in. And so all of a sudden your bakery was like bakery, but it was in neon and it had
Oh,
all
yeah,
the casino
yeah.
look to it,
Uh-huh.
but it still had to be bakery and more.
Right.
And that's just it was a vestige of people's reluctance to be seen in that place until
wow.
it became normalized.
Oh,
And
interesting.
so I think maybe there's a little bit of that going on.
It could be, yeah. To be honest, I mean, there may be a very practical reason for a downtown hotel to offer these services. Again, okay.
The other one I could think of off the top of my head here would be flight crews.
Yeah. Oh, for
So
sure.
maybe
Yeah.
they don't need the full hotel stay, but maybe they've got a long layover and they want to get a rest then.
I've definitely flown in early to a city for a conference, and then the hotel that I'm staying at doesn't have a room ready. And yeah, I mean, if you could pay for a couple hours to get a nap and then head off, I mean, yeah, okay.
Especially if you're planning the conference, because that's
Yeah.
exhausting. So
Yeah.
if you happen to be doing that at a destination,
Yeah.
I can see some value in it. I think it's mostly for nefarious encounters, but the other one, I'll grant them. Maybe you and the missus want to just kind of role play that encounter together to spice things up,
Yeah.
so you get the hourly bedroom.
Yeah, and that you don't
And it's
need the whole night.
perfectly legitimate, and
Yeah.
it's okay because it's within the contract of marriage. But no, I think it's mostly sleazy.
Yeah. Okay. What did I have here? This one's kind of all right. You're a smart home guy, right? You got the smart home stuff.
I do.
Yeah. So I'd say this fan's probably a really good example. Got a little fan going. Maybe you can hear the, but it's hot in here. Right?
It's hot in here.
And it's not even that hot outside. It's crazy. But I've gotten into getting, I think maybe Casa, TP-Link.
Yes,
I get
that's
those.
that's the
Yeah.
ecosystem I'm in.
So they're neat devices. A lot of them you can replace your light switch with, and then you can, hey Siri, turn off the whatever. They make plugs too, which are really handy, to where you can plug in a device
like a lamp or
like
something.
a lamp. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now devices like our little lights here, ring lights, are getting to the point where they're digital. Their interface is digital, so there's not like a analog on off. So you can't leave it in the on position, plug it into one of these smart plugs, and then have the thing do the thing. The fan's probably maybe a good example.
Because there's not an on switch. There's just a button that gives it an on signal, and then it remains in an on state
Right.
as long as it's powered.
So you can power it off pretty well with the smart switch, but you can't power it on. Unlike the fan I have in our fitness room in the basement is this old like industrial fan that has a knob where you click click click, and you
And then
physically
it remains in the on position.
yeah. So you can put it in the on position and then turn it on and off with your voice. Really handy. But we are getting to the point now where a lot of these devices are missing that. And I'm wondering if we're going to see like a resurgence to come back to that,
the
kind of-
simplicity of something being
Yeah.
on a switch.
because you'll want to control it with your device. So,
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think you'll see a fair amount of that. I think also you're going to see a resurgence of folks moving away from the smart home, because we've talked about this on the podcast before, but if your entire home's ecosystem is trapped in the cloud and it has to connect to the internet in order to interface, there's huge limitations when it comes to both internet outages and also service interruptions for things like mistaken racism by the Ring doorbell. Did you read that news?
I didn't.
News story.
uh-uh.
So a gentleman,
Oh, wait, maybe I did.
it's
Yeah.
about 2 or 3 years ago at this point,
Yeah.
had an automated response from his Ring doorbell. Wasn't even home, and an Amazon delivery driver rang the doorbell, had AirPods in, and was listening to music. Mistook the automated message for the guy talking through his doorbell. Thought he heard racism and reported it to his employer.
Yeah. And he lost
Amazon
this.
shut down his smart home and all access to Amazon ordering services and any subscriptions that he had while they investigated. So it was like punishment preceding the crime. Turns out the guy just misheard it.
Yeah.
Which, shame on you if you aren't absolutely certain for lobbing an accusation like that.
Yeah.
But also, shame on Amazon for not going through due process to investigate this.
Yeah. I mean, at least.
And is it in the terms and conditions that I can't exercise my First Amendment right to freedom of speech, even if it's speech you find disagreeable, simply because it's through my doorbell? Because I'll tell you, I won't lob racism at people, but if you're from Spectrum and you're knocking on my door, I am not going to be kind to you. And I don't care if I love Jesus. The fact of the matter is, you don't belong there. I have a no soliciting
You have
sign.
no soliciting,
I have a
yeah.
doormat with a frog holding a shotgun that says, hippity hoppity, get off my property. I don't need to
course you
be
do.
any more clear. I don't want to talk to you, Spectrum.
Fair.
Rabbit trail much?
Yeah. All right, I'm going to hit you this one, and then I'm going to see if you got any, just off the top of your head, maybe you've been thinking about. But I'll give you this one here while everyone else takes a shot.
Yeah.
When this is, I think I wrote it poorly here, but when I hear people say, it's like a maximum of like 100 or 200.
Are you talking about like them just giving you a ridiculous sliding scale between the two maximums?
Just the fact that they're giving a range, I feel like if you're not confident what the number is, why don't you just say, the maximum's like 200? Because I don't feel like we need to spell out like a range for a maximum like that.
Okay.
It just seems kind of.
Can you think of an example how this might be implemented?
I wish I would have written down the context, because I think context kind of mattered here. Because I think it was something more specific, like it's a maximum of 2 to 3. I don't know, whatever the thing was, and it was kind of like, well, 3's bigger than 2, and it's just, I don't know.
That begs the question, and we've seen this pop up in pop culture somewhere where they say, is 7 a big number?
Yeah.
And they're like, murders?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dollars? Not really.
What did I say? There was a meme about something political that used that, when it was like, is this a big number? Well, when you're talking about this, it is. And then, I'm not thinking of any of these, so I'm going to just.
Okay. Well, I might throw one out that I had on social media earlier today, and I'll get your take on it. This is a little political, but not terribly so. Kentucky has been struggling at the state level financing Medicare. There's a Medicare shortfall in the budget, something to the tune of like $200 million. And they were looking at what services they were going to have to cut as a result of this lack of federal funding, based on some cuts, something, bad orange man, something.
Yep.
Well, our governor stepped in and said, hey, we've got this surplus. We'll go ahead and fund the difference. Seems good, right?
Okay.
Here's my question. Why do we have a surplus? If we have a surplus, they're taxing us too much. We shouldn't have a surplus. We should have a balanced budget. Do you have strong feelings on whether or not we carry a surplus that could cover hundreds of millions of dollars when it comes to taxation in Kentucky?
I mean, I think just thinking about it like a business, it's kind of foolish to try to run that lean. You don't want to run even. And I don't really know all the specifics of Kentucky budgets, but I imagine that surplus is not I'm sure it's just a smaller percentage of the full budget. So I'm sure it's just like an accounting tactic.
We'll
Rainy day.
We had a state auditor, Allison Ball, who found that Kentucky was mismanaging funds to the tune of over $800 million, almost $1 billion worth of mismanagement and bad spending and take a shot. So that doesn't sound awesome. And then if you look federally, the whole Doge thing, they were talking about how the whole country has spending issues to the tune of over $160 billion. So I guess proportionally, maybe that makes sense as populations go. But one of the things I've frequently heard people talk about is, oh, we are overtaxed as a society. The founders of this country complained about taxation without representation. And at that point, they were only taxed like 1 to 1.5%. Most taxes collected at the federal level back then were like tariffs on imported goods.
Sure.
Tariffs today now represent less than 1% of federal taxes. We get Medicare and Medicaid, Social Security, income tax, sales tax, vehicle tax. I mean, we're taxed on
Yeah.
everything.
But we also have to, power lights and pave roads and all the things that they didn't have to worry about back then.
Fair.
Infrastructure. And
That's fair.
maintenance, Yeah.
But I do wonder, at what point do we stop saying that we have a issue with budget, and we start to say that maybe we've got an issue with spending?
Should we talk about military budget?
We can talk about military budget. We can talk about subsidizing other countries. Like,
Yeah.
why is it that our tax dollars are subsidizing other countries? Can't they take care of themselves if they're so amazing over in Europe?
I mean, or attacking other countries too. Why are we spending our money on that?
Yeah.
I hear you. Those are
So if I were to
Those
get
are big pieces.
on my random soapbox right now, it would be taxation is theft.
so man. My thought would be, let's let's tax the rich. Just looking at some of those charts, ever since Reagan, I mean the amount that wealthy people, really wealthy people, pay in taxes is just dropping and dropping and dropping, and then
I've got a weird take on this one. You can tax the rich if you just do a flat tax on spending. Because if you're a billionaire and you're buying yachts and private jets and constantly fueling those jets and employing your own kitchen staff and everything, if you're spending at that level, if it was just a flat tax on expenditures, then it's not regressive to people who are poor and spending less.
yeah, there may be some truth to that. I mean, I'm not an economist, but I wouldn't surprise me if they'll just find a way through that too. Because right now, all of the
Take a shot.
man, then you need a lot of shots today. Not paying taxes on capital gains by taking out loans and paying a much lower
All that goes
rate.
away. All that goes away. though.
No. Well, I'm saying these are the things they're doing to avoid.
Sure, and
paying
you'd
the
have to
taxes
contend with offshore and international purchasing and all of that. But I think again, if you have just an import tax on whatever they're bringing over here, if you live in Europe, then pay European taxes. If you're
Yeah.
living here, pay American taxes. And if you're buying things from Europe, you're going to pay an import tax. But if all of that was just a flat tax,
So flat is in not a function.
not a function of income, just a function of expenditure.
Okay.
So if it was, and I've heard somebody say 10%, and I don't know how the numbers would work compared to the current budget, but if it was 10% across the board on anything that you purchase, including a home, including a car, including all of those major ticket items, but also your day-to-day,
Yeah.
my day-to-day as a middle-class person is going to be much less than Elon Musk's day-to-day.
Sure.
And so Elon is going to be paying a whole lot more in taxes just based on the fact that he's purchasing a lot more. And that might include stuff for his companies, and that might,
Yeah.
all the things.
But then you wouldn't pay taxes at the end of the year.
At the end of the year, there's no loopholes, there's no offshore, there's no capital gains, there's no unrealized gains. There's none of these like vehicles that people are trying to use to sidestep the system. It's just baked into the cost of goods and services.
I mean, hey, I'm all for it. If whatever gets, I think, well, and then you get to a point like that, and you have more money, and you see more surplus, then you can start balancing your budget a little better and maybe lower that flat tax rate until we find the perfect number that kind of breaks even, and then
Sure. And if that number started out a little higher, I think right now Americans are spending somewhere between 14 to 22% of our income, just based on like the middle class. It goes down, I guess, depending on tax shelters and all that.
Yeah.
But actually, taxing right now, or the tax brackets are progressive, not regressive. So the more you make, the more you're taxed. And so that's why a lot of billionaires and now trillionaires, that's unrealized, right?
Yep.
Like Elon never had a tangible $1 trillion in the bank.
right.
What he had was trillion in assets and IP, but never realized. And then I guess when SpaceX plummeted, that probably dropped a little bit.
Yeah,
So-
but yeah, and this is your favorite comedian, Trevor Noah, has a wonderful take on it.
Okay, let me just, if anybody didn't listen to previous episodes, Trevor Noah is dog crap. I cannot stand that guy.
You're missing out. He's hilarious, but he's got a whole bit about unrealized gains, and he's basically like, "Oh, so we can tax you on the gains you have." No. They're unrealized. I haven't sold it yet, so It's like, but if you want to take out a loan, you can use those unrealized gains as collateral. It's like, sure. So can we tax it? No, it's not realized. But you can use it as collateral? It's one or the other, buddy.
No, you can use it as collateral because it can be sold. And
Right.
so collateral is just, I'm putting something up that has a value.
It could have a value.
What?
It's unrealized.
Right.
I think that's his point. His point is it either is valuable because the bank trusts that that's worth value, and then we can tax it, or
But
it's
it gets
unvalued.
taxed on exchange, right?
Yeah.
If you've got an investment, when you actually liquidate that
Yeah.
investment, then you have to pay capital gains
Yeah,
tax,
but see
unless
what-
it's an investment vehicle where you've prepaid your tax.
But here's what they're doing. They're using it to take out a loan. They're taking that loan, they're getting money, and then they're paying the interest rate, which is nothing compared to their unrealized gains. So it's gaming the system.
Yeah, maybe there needs to be some closed loopholes there, but I would say I don't want to encourage taxing unrealized gains, because then they can just say your house is worth 5 times what you paid for it. Now you owe us more money because you have an asset that appreciated.
Right. Yeah.
And that's also bull crap, because that's like the PVA.
Yeah.
They just decide what it's worth and then they tax you accordingly.
But see, I'm talking about doing this to other people, not to us.
Okay.
We're good. We
so
came up with the idea.
Therefore, we get out a tax-free card.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have any more on the list?
That's I think that's about it. I think we had a good run.
All right. Well, I guess we'll end this one by saying, "Hey, girl,
Hey, girl.
don't tread on me."